BMW GS Rallye. It's a 3-hour ride, take me 4 hours to get there, but it's raining today. Tomorrow the ride is great. It's a sunny day in Rotorua and the track looks good, so I'm just making sure I'm fully geared up. Man, it's not nice having foggy glasses. Can't see anything. There we go. Very humid, obviously. The rain has just stopped, so it's a perfect time to sneak out. And if I'm lucky, I'll avoid the rain all the way to Hamilton. Don't think I'll avoid it thereafter. But it's heavier this afternoon, so I will be trying to get to Rotorua by lunchtime so I can still work from Rotorua. I've got my laptop with me, so I've done 275 k's on this tank, and I've still got over a quarter left. So it really does do good mileage, but I am going to go and fill up. I'm just not sure if I'm going to fill up here or fill up in Pukekohe. Anyway, so while I'm sitting here in traffic trying to get out of Auckland, just thought I'd mention this is Gus's first long journey with me. He's an old boy, 20 years old. I haven't even bothered to wash him, that's how old he is. I really should do that when I get back. And he's at a service and signed out, all good, current WAF, and yeah, let's see how he handles. Everything appears to purr, everything appears to work, everything sounds good, clutch feels good, heated grips are burning my hands already. So something else I wanted to check was what the audio sounds like at 100 k's an hour on the highway in windy weather. I suspect it's going to be very crackly and not very audible, but we'll see how we go. But while I am doing this, I might as well just explain that I am going to be trying a whole bunch of different earplugs today. I bought a whole bunch, and then I was quite taken by this new loop style, which I have tried once and was very comfortable. I've got 5 or 6 cheapies from Timu to compare. You know me, I like to compare the expensive thing to the cheap thing. Yeah, I'll give them a try all the way down and report back. That should be quite interesting. Okay, so maybe this is interesting. I got up to 309 kilometers. As I switched to 310 kilometers, the orange light came on and it says I've got 77 k's to go. So goodness, 380 k's on a tank is incredible. Let's do Pukekohe rather not have something else to worry about, as well as the rain and no fuel. So let's just get it done. It really is very easy here. 18 litres, just under 18 litres, presumably out of the 19 or 21. Can't remember how much it's got. Still only just a drizzle, so that's fine. But yep, it's been spitting the whole way until now, so pretty good going, to be honest. The Bogota is the best of what I can see. It's Tech Air 5 ready, so it fits comfortably, which is great, and it doesn't feel too large like the other ones that are not Tech Air, because there's no expansion places on the others, so you have to oversize, where this is fit for me. Perfect, really happy. Cheers! And we are now on the Thermal Explorer Highway. Sounds great, doesn't it? This is Fitzgerald Glade. It's one of my favourite places to go to on the way to Rotorua. Beautiful. It's quite beautiful. It's a waka that they've got here. Quite ornate. Never seen anything like it. Righto, it's time to finish doing my work. It's time to head to the venue, Lakes Lodge, and meet up with all the other riders and get myself signed on. Oh, and also pay. Well, here we are. Lakes Ranch. I see bikes. I must be in the right place. Oh, BMW flags everywhere. Look at all these people with their tents. What do they know that I don't? Wow, there's actually quite a few people here.
Code's really wrong. Yeah, I've got the code in my email. It's good.
Oh, this is great fun though. Don't do this every day. Felt the back give out a little bit there on that turn. Just a little wiggle. I recall there was a lot of moss on this road, but I can't see it at night, so a little bit tricksy. Took some drone footage for the first time at the place I was staying, so that'll be interesting to have a look at. Seems to have come out okay. I've got lots to learn though, but it's such an easy little device. It's this new DJI Neo that's just come out, so it's ideal for me, and I'm going to use it quite a lot on my motorcycle rides, I think. It's all happening. So I tried to load Osband quickly and the GPX won't import. So this is going to be great. I have absolutely no navigation. I'm going to have to like follow people, but most people seem to be going on the gravel and I'm going on the seal. So I'm going to have to stay real close to some people or just pull out my map every now and again. What a pain, Stuart. Yeah, so I think next time I'm going to do the gravel. There's so few people doing seal, and frankly the gravel, I mean, I need to get into it, right? So I just didn't want to do the hard bit on my very first one. I kind of wanted to get the feel for the event, but I think this coming year I'm going to need to do some off-roading and get some practice in, and so that next year I can do gravel. I mean, I've done gravel, I've done 90 k's of gravel. I don't know why I'm worried about this. I suppose it's just been a while, and that's why. Off we go. I guess the gravel guys are going right and I'm going left. I've caught up to a few guys. So at least it's not just the three of us. Okay, so interesting occurrence. I was following the group and then suddenly half the group turned left and the other half of the group went straight. So clearly one of the group is gravel and the other group is not gravel, and I don't know which one I've taken. I could be on the gravel road. I don't know. Well, it's seal now, but I think it splits, it becomes gravel. So yeah, let's see what happens. Hopefully well, careful what you wish for, you might get it. I'm actually not entirely sure what I want at the moment. I'm just going to see what happens and yeah, take it easy and enjoy the ride. I'm pretty confident we're on the seal still. It's been a while now. No sign of any gravel. And I recognise some of the road names, so I think that's pretty clear. I'm all good. But I'm actually enjoying myself. These guys are going a little bit faster than the previous bunch, and they're staying together, and nice twisties. So yeah, having a good time. It's been a long time since I've come to Wairaki. I enjoyed it. The last time I rode through here though, I got caught in a bloody downpour. So, stopping for fuel. Might as well. A whole bunch of us don't have maps, and we're all waiting to follow somebody who's got a map. Who's got the map? Please go. Seems like a lot of people got caught out with the GPX not actually showing on Google Maps. It shows, but not on Android Auto. And there's a few people with CarPlay and Android Auto that are annoyed. Well, looks like we have arrived at the midway point. It's some sort of resorty place. It's got a name, forget. I'll remember soon. Wonder if I should do gravel on the second part. No, I don't have any protection on the bike, so next time. Here we go, all arrived at the same time. I'm going to head into Rotorua and see if I can find a bento box or something of that nature. Guess dinner is at Katsubi, sushi donburi. So going down on the horizon. I'm on my way back to the lodge, nearly there. last time I was on this road coming this way it was dark. I wish this map would go into dark mode automatically. I don't know why it doesn't. Goodness, it's more twisty than I remember. Nice. We are about to arrive at Lakes Lodge and hunker down for the night. Looking forward to a nice hot shower. Well, unfortunately it's time to head home. Had a great time. Stayed at a lovely venue, enjoyed the ride. Look at this, just look at this venue. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And so it's three to 3.5 hour ride home, depending on which way I go. I may go by Matamata for brunch, or I may stick on the highway. We'll just see how I feel along the way. Anyway, it's early morning. It is 10 to 7, and I'm hoping to get home 11ish, somewhere around there. Let's go. All my gear. Alright, all packed up and ready to go. I'm wearing my summer gloves today. Should be interesting, it's going to be cold. Really? Really? You are a naughty horse. Disgusting. How can you do that in the middle of the road? Naughty. Naughty horse. You jumped your fence. And here are the mud pools, which I did yesterday after the ride. Forgot to take some footage, but they were great. I've just filled up in Rotorua, and wait, it would be helpful if I could see through my Foster goggles. Let me get some air over my glasses. Like I said, missed opportunity. Pin lock for spectacles. There we go. Now listen to this. I just filled up at the garage. I'd done 346 kilometers and I had 77 kilometers to go. That's like over 400 k's on a tank. I do not remember getting that type of mileage out of my previous 2004 GS. Have I maybe forgotten? If that's and I only put 15 litres in, and I think it's got a 19 litre tank, so it like legit had 4 litres left minimum. So either I've forgotten, or this has got one hell of a good range, and that's an excellent sign of the condition of the engine. You know, it's got 150 k's on it. Damn, I am impressed. I do love a GS, and man, as much as I would like to buy a new GS or a newer GS or the water cooled, I just love this thing. I love it so much. It's so comfortable, powerful. I think I must just avoid riding a new one because I might get spoiled. On the other hand, I have an idea. I've got to sell one of the bikes to appease the wife, and frankly, let me explain. You either have 3 bikes or you have 7. Okay, where did I come up with that logic? Well, I know guys that have 7 bikes and they seem happy, and they put half of them on Rego on hold so they don't have to pay all the money, and they do their own servicing and stuff like that, which I can do, but you know, frankly, the last time I had a service, the guy found all sorts of things that needed to be tightened that I hadn't spotted. So confidence low on full maintenance. So why? Well, okay, most guys have one bike, right? So, but then most guys are commuters. If you're an enthusiast, 2 bikes is cool, but 3 bikes is a calling. But there's a big difference between 3 and 4 bikes. I don't know why. Four motorcycles, if you're only a weekend rider like me, you know, you can only really ride 2 of them a weekend, so every bike gets a chance every 2 weeks, which is a lot of money on regos in New Zealand. $500 plus per year for a rego. It's ridiculous. Absolute blind robbery from the government. They should give regos for people, not regos for motorbikes, because I can only have 1 accident at a time, only on 1 bike. So why must I pay $2,000 a year on registrations on my bikes when I'm just 1 person? It's not like I'm going to have 4 risks. So anyway, rant aside, government bureaucracy, money, blah blah, and they want to raise them, right? And so just so you know, a car costs $109 a year, and before you start getting ACC, all the motorcycle accidents, we pay 500, 5 times more. So get off your soapbox. Okay, rant over. Back to motorcycles. I have 4, and there seems to be a big difference between 3 and 4. 3 seems manageable. I don't know why. Every bike gets a go every 1.5 weeks, if you can call it that. And if I do midweek riding, then every week. And the other thing is, so anyway, I've got 4. It is filling up the garage. I like all of them. They're all very, very different. I have to flick one. I think that's probably correct. I think 4 is just a bit much for me, although I like them all. So which one do I get rid of? I've got the brand new Ninja. Forget it. That's my ideal bike, and I'm going to keep that one and love it for a long time. Brand new. I've got the GS. I love the GS. Okay, call me a call me a Starbucks coffee dad. I don't know. I'm not a dad anymore. My kids have all left home, so. And I've done a couple of things. I'd like to get into off-roading a little bit more, have a bit more fun. And if anything, this weekend has told me that I should get back to it. I've only done 90 to 100 k's of dirt. I need to do more. So I want to keep the GS. Then I've got Tony. Tony is my cafe racer that I built up from scratch. Tony is currently unwarranted because of some tail light and indicator discrepancies between the 2 bloody WAF places. First time, no problem. Second time, you need E marked lights. Okay, whatever. So I wish they could just be consistent, but it is what it is. So I've changed the lights and I've got to go get him a warrant. If they get tetchy about the frame and insist on LVV, whatever the one-off thing is, which the first people didn't, then I'm going to be spending $1,000 to get Tony right. And so here's the thing, I really enjoy Tony. Maybe because I built him, maybe because he looks cool, and every time I take him out for a ride, people come and ask me questions. Or maybe it's the ride, it's close to the ground, it's low. He's an old bugger, right? But the nice thing about him is that his rego, because he's 40 years old now, his rego goes down to $100 from 500, so it's like negligible, like a car, which makes him a very cheap bike to keep. And I just like the look of him, right? Even if he becomes a princess that stands in, I'll put him in the lounge just to freak out the wife on the pedestal. I don't know. So I was thinking I was going to get rid of Tony. Okay. Because the only other bike that I have now is my Harley Davidson Sportster, and I love my Sportster. I love the Sportster because it is like a farm implement, right? It's like a tractor. You fire this thing up, it shakes, makes a hell of a racket because I've got this exhaust system on it, and it's fun. And every time I take the Sportster out, I enjoy it. So I've got a quandary. Which one do I get rid of? Logic would tell me to get rid of the GS because the GS cost me $4,000 and all the other bikes are worth much more, right? So the Ninja is over 20 grand, 22, 23. The Harley Davidson's a 2019, but it's got 7,000 Ks on it, so it's nothing, it's low, it's mint condition. It's probably worth, I don't know, 14, 15, maybe more, if I'm lucky, maybe more. And then there's Tony, and Tony's, who knows how much Tony is worth. Tony could be worth $4,000, or Tony could be worth $12,500, and I've seen some types of them, really good condition ones, you know, selling for 20. So who knows? So it makes sense to sell the cheap bike, right? Because then I'm out of pocket less, and I can use that money to pay and get Tony sorted. But I like the GS, so I think I have decided to sell the Harley. You know, it's a difficult one, and the reason why is probably because I'm not into the spirit of the Harley Davidson club. I've been on a few club rides. I like the people. Honestly, I think that they are a little bit more fun than the BMW crowd. But I'm a sportster guy. I'm not a Harley Davidson guy. And what I mean by that is quite interesting, the difference. The difference is that I enjoy the ride, and if I had a few friends that had sporties, we would tear up the roads. I don't. So all the Harleys around me are the big boys, right? The Road Kings, Road Glides, Street Kings, Street Glides, whatever they're called. All these big CVOs. And that's not me. As much as I look at them and as much as I try and like them, they're just not my style. I don't really want that type of motorcycle. I've ridden some of them, right? I took out a, what was it? I can't remember now, but it was ST. There you go. Lowrider ST, and I was unimpressed. Okay, it didn't have character like the Sportster. It was just a big rumbling bike, and they handle badly, let's be honest. And so my Sportster, if I look at my Sportster, although it's brand new, it's not a good bike. I mean, really and truly, I know that Americans, it's the whole history and all the rest of it, but actually the quality of the motorcycle, they turn badly. They've got an archaic engine with respect. I mean, my version, you know, I know it's all the heritage and the classic and the history, but in practical terms, it's just not a very good motorcycle from a riding and quality perspective. They're overpriced for what you buy, and although I love it, I love the experience of it, and I will regret selling it. I'll probably get reasonable money for it, and then I have 3 motorcycles. But then I've got a really old GS. So here's my thinking. This is my cunning plan. Is I will sell the Harley, or I will trade it in along with this and buy a newer GS, like a 2014. I think I can get a 2014. I've seen some of them around for. You know, they normally go between 10 and 14 grand. So if I sell this and I sell the Harley, I've got more than enough money. I should have more than enough money to buy a newer water-cooled GS, which will be sort of half midlife, 100,000 Ks or less, 70 to 100,000 Ks, where this is 150. And it will have all of the newer features. It won't have all of the new tech, but it won't be an old one like this. The only thing is, am I going to get another $10,000 worth of experience out of it? I don't know. So I'm going to have to ride one. I'm going to have to do some test rides on some newer GSs to see if they are worth the extra. Because I'm really finding this one hard to beat right now. It just purrs. And do I want to take a more expensive GS out onto the dirt and drop it all over the show? I'm happy to drop this one all over the show. I'm pretty sure it's been dropped a few times. There's a little bit of a ding. Oh no, there's no dings, there's a scratch on the fender. You know, well, it's got no scratches on the engine, interestingly enough, so it's possible it's not had anything other than stationary drops. Anyway, besides all of that, so lots to think about on the way home of what to do next, and plan the next adventure. Geraldine Glade again. We are in Matamata. Let's find a place for brekkies. Yeah, at Ronnie's. We are making our way home. Suddenly hit the twisties again. That's cool. It's been a great ride. I know the cloud is coming over a little bit now, but the roads have been dry, the skies have been open. It's been a beautiful temperature. We've actually had a really thoroughly enjoyable ride home. Normally I don't like riding home because I'm going home, right? And the next day is usually back at work. But today I really enjoyed myself. Well, if I can say anything, I've really given the GS a good workout on the curves and the twisties, and I'm loving it. I'm much more aggressive and confident than I am on other bikes. Probably even the Ninja. Just a surprise to me. I need to take the Ninja out for a couple of days, I think. Well, here we are in Clevedon. Funny to pass the farmer's market and not pick up a hot dog. And I'm going to decided to go home via Maraetai in the coast rather than through Whitford in the country. Arrived at the coast near Maraetai and I'm sending my drone up. I've been wanting to do a drone in Maraetai for a long time and let's do it here. It's a good spot. Okay, let's do this quickly. Let's see how long it takes.